Nordson Corporation is proud to continue to invest in educational opportunities through our sponsorship of Academic Challenge. Nordson is a global leader in precision technology solutions with a long and proud history of giving back to the communities where we live and work. To date, Nordson and the Nordson Corporation Foundation have donated nearly $173 million to charities, awarded $7.5 million in scholarships, and our employees have logged more than 117,000 volunteer hours. Thank you for watching Academic Challenge. Best of luck to all the participants.
This week, teams from
Norwayne,
Riverside,
Sandy Valley.
Take the challenge on the Nordson Academic Challenge. Here we go. Oh, welcome to the Nordson Academic Challenge. I'm your host, Rob Powers. We're so glad you're with us this morning. For the next 30 minutes, our teams will be tested on their knowledge of subjects like math, science, history, a few others as well. So one more time, let's say hello to our teams from Norwayne, Riverside, and Sandy Valley. Today's winner will be the team with the highest point total at the end of our 5 rounds. At the end of this season, 60 area high schools will have competed. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. The 3 teams with the highest scores will be right back here to play in our 57th season championship. Try to win the top prize of $6,000 for their school, awarded by our friends at Nordson. Let's start where we start every Saturday morning. This is the lightning round. In this round, all 3 teams compete. We award 20 points for a correct answer. We will take away 20 points for an incorrect or no answer. Let's start everybody with 100 points. Okay? You have to measure your answer carefully here. Identify the following animals and birds, all of which have 6-letter names. Got it? This animal is the symbol of the Democratic Party. Norwayne.
Donkey.
That is correct. Able to leap 40 feet, these felines are also called pumas or catamounts. Norwayne.
Cougars.
That is correct. This P-initialed, P as in people, constricting snake has invaded the Everglades. Riverside.
Python.
That is correct. These B-initialed animals are the world's biggest monkeys. Sandy Valley.
Baboon.
That is correct. This animal goes pop in an old children's song. Sandy Valley.
Weasel.
That is correct. Lewis Carroll wrote a poem about a carpenter and this Arctic mammal. Answer is walrus. Koalas are the closest relative to this W-initialed marsupial. Answer, Norwayne.
Wombat.
That is correct. This large feline names a Jacksonville NFL team. Riverside.
Jaguar.
That is correct. This A-initialed South American camelid is raised for its soft fleece. Norwayne.
Alpaca.
That is correct. For our final lightning round question, here's Nordson's Senior Specialist of Talent Acquisition. It's Brandy Kessler.
Nordson specializes in the manufacture of medical devices, but the medical field has also benefited from research with the rhesus variety of this animal.
Answer is monkey, and that's our opening round, everybody. Good job. We'll be right back with more of the Nordson Academic Challenge right after this.
Online.
Welcome back to the Nordson Academic Challenge. If you'd like any more information about any of the schools that appear this season, just scan that QR code you see in the upper right-hand corner of your screen with your cell phone. That code will take you to the news5cleveland.com Academic Challenge page. We have links for all of our schools this season right there for you. All right, time for us now to play Hot Picks. One at a time, I ask each team 8 questions. A correct response here is worth 20 points. There's no penalty for a wrong answer. Any team answering all 8 questions correctly will receive 25 bonus points. Before we get to the questions, let's meet our players. We start with Norwayne. We start with Dylan. Congratulations, you're the captain. Tell us about yourself.
I'm Dylan. I'm really passionate about jazz music, and I'm very grateful at how positive my team has been throughout this process.
Awesome. That's great. Good for you. Aiden, you are up.
I'm Aiden, and I've been in Academic Challenge since 7th grade. I'm in 10th now.
Congratulations. Thanks for being here. Hi, Wyatt.
Hello, I am Wyatt, and I am a sophomore, and I play saxophone in the marching band.
Welcome, Norwayne. For your questions, we go to Aiden, the captain of Riverside. Aiden, open board here. 1, 2, 3, or 4.
I go 3.
You got it. All right, Norwayne, these questions are all for you. All set? Here we go. You couldn't have much of a conversation with what bird who titles an Edgar Allan Poe poem and keeps repeating the word nevermore? Answer? Just
Mockingbird?
it's the raven. The raven. It's okay. America has the Grammy Awards, but the Netherlands has music awards named for what American whose inventions include the phonograph and the light bulb?
Edison?
That is correct. Historian Francis Parkman chronicled the westward trek of pioneers on what trail whose name identifies a northwestern state?
Oregon?
That is correct. Let's go to the monitor. Here's your science question. When sugar is dissolved in water, the water is called which of these?
The solvent?
That is correct. A book titled Bloods is an oral history of African American veterans of what war fought in Southeast Asia in the 1960s and 70s?
The Vietnam War?
That is correct. A book titled A Short History of the World was written by what same British author who moved through time in his novel, The Time Machine? Answer is H.G. Wells. No worries. Let's go to the monitor. Here's your math question. Evaluate this expression. Give your answer as an integer.
5.
That is correct. George Washington himself approved the death sentence for what British Army major hanged for conspiring with Benedict Arnold to gain control of West Point? Answer is Major Andre. Nice round, Norwayne. There you go. Okay. And that takes us to Riverside, and we start with the captain, Aiden. Good morning.
Hello, my name's Aiden. I'm student council president, and I would like to thank our advisors and our alternates.
Thanks for being here this morning. Hello, Ella.
Hello, I'm Ella. I'm a senior, and I have leadership roles in NHS and theater.
Good for you. And that gets us to Scarlett.
Hi, I'm Scarlett. I'm a junior, and I'm in the Riverside Regiment.
Welcome to all three of you. For your questions, Riverside, we go to Lauren, the captain from Sandy Valley. Lauren, 1, 2, or 4?
4.
You got it. Okay, Riverside, these are all yours. All set? Here we go. Just 19 when she died, what 15th century French peasant girl led an army to several victories and is still considered a national heroine in France?
Joan of Arc.
That is correct. The comment, please all and you please none, comes from the fables attributed to what ancient Greek slave? Answer?
Hercules.
Aesop's fables. In 1900, in return for France's gift of the Statue of Liberty, American school children gave France a statue of what French hero of our Revolutionary War?
Lafayette.
That is correct. Let's go to the monitor. Here's your science question. According to Avogadro's law, equal volumes of gases at equal pressures contain equal numbers of which of these?
Molecules.
That is correct. The Cross and the Sword, a musical about Spanish explorers in the New World, is performed each summer in what Florida city, the oldest in the United States?
Santa Barbara.
St. Augustine is the answer there. Science fiction author Ray Bradbury said that he was inspired by reading the novels of what 19th century French author of 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea? Answer is Jules Verne. Back to the monitor. Here's your math question. We ask you to evaluate this expression, giving your answer as a positive integer. Answer?
65.
100 is the answer there. 100. God's opposition to slavery is a higher law than the Constitution was the warning of what Secretary of State remembered for his purchase of Alaska? Answer?
Jefferson.
William Seward is the answer there. Way to go, Riverside. All righty. Our third team this morning comes to us from Sandy Valley, and we start with Lauren, the captain. Hi, Lauren.
Hello. My name is Lauren. I like geography and history, and I am involved in theater, academic challenge, and FFA.
Welcome this morning, and that gets us to Asher.
My name's Asher. I am a junior at Sandy Valley High School, and after high school, I plan on most likely going to Malone University to double major in chemistry and worship arts.
Good for you. Okay, and that gets us to Hunter.
Hello, my name is Hunter. I'm a senior, and I wish to become a game developer.
Good for you. Welcome to all 9 of you. For your question, Sandy Valley, we come down to Dylan from Norwayne. 1 or 2?
2.
You got it. All right, Sandy Valley, these are all yours. All set? Here we go. Mauna Loa is about 100 feet lower than Mauna Kea, and both are volcanoes in what U.S. Aloha state?
Hawaii.
That is it. In ancient Chinese art, a black tortoise was used to symbolize what compass direction, the same direction associated with the star Polaris?
North.
That is correct. Some geologists have predicted that in less than 500 years, the world will run out of what fossil fuel, whose varieties include anthracite and bituminous?
Coal.
That is correct. Let's go to the monitor. Here's your science question. Which of these is closest to the period of time separating the appearances of Halley's Comet?
75 years.
That is correct. New Englanders still throw snowballs, but hardly with the impact of those thrown in 1770, when a snowball fight triggered what Boston tragedy?
The Boston Massacre.
That is correct. Itinerant farm workers in Oklahoma and California were described by what American novelist in his story of Mice and Men?
Steinbeck.
That is correct. Let's go back to the monitor. Here's your math question. We ask you to simplify this expression. Answer?
4x cubed negative 8x squared y.
Negative 32x to the 5th y. Sorry about that. John Randolph, a peace-loving 19th century congressman, asked to be buried facing west so he could keep an eye on what other congressman, the war hawk leader from Kentucky?
Crockett.
Henry Clay is the answer there. That's a heck of a round, all 3 teams. That gets us to the end of it. We'll be right back with more of the Academic Challenge right after this. Welcome back to the Norwayne Academic Challenge. Hey, it's our judge today from our partners at Cuyahoga Community College, T.U. Jenner. Adjunct faculty, thank you so much for being here. Great to see you this morning. Before we move on, let's take a look at our scores as they stand right now. In 3rd place, 200 points, Riverside. In 2nd place, 260 points, it's Sandy Valley. Leading the way right now with 280 points is Norwayne. But hold on, time for the picture-perfect round. 8 questions in this round. Every one of them has a picture or a graphic that has to do with that question. A correct answer here is worth 20 points, but for a wrong answer or no answer, we take away 20 points. Again, this is for all 3 teams, so hands on the buzzers, eyes on the big monitor down front. All set? Here we go. In the Middle Ages, travelers put the herb tarragon in their shoes to treat bites from what reptiles, such as the asp or the cottonmouth? Norwayne.
Snakes.
That is correct. Choice. The Alamo was defended by fighters commanded by what man? William Travis, John Jacob Astor, or Kit Carson? Sandy Valley?
Carson.
Travis, William Travis. Pelicans sometimes hunt in packs, but the hunt involves human killers in The Pelican Brief. By what author, who also wrote The Firm? Answer is John Grisham. The log to the base 3 of 1/9 equals what number? Sandy Valley.
27.
-2. -2. 18 rose bushes were brought to this country by what man who founded what later became the Keystone State? Answer is William Penn. The red square on this chart covers what metallic element used in making alloys and is named for the Norse goddess of love. Symbol is V. Norwayne.
Vanadium.
Vanadium is correct. This large rock was a meeting site for Native Americans of what tribe, named in the title of a James Fenimore Cooper novel with Uncas and Chingachgook? Answer is Mohicans, the last of the Mohicans. This edition of Cleveland Magazine focuses on our area's best places to live. Tell us, what is the ecological term for the natural area where animals, plants, and other living organisms reside? Norwayne.
Habitat.
Habitat is correct. That's the end of our round. We are moving right along. Stay there. Our exciting grab bag rounds to decide today's winner. That's coming up right after we mix it up. Hi, welcome back we say hello to our advisors. From Norway, Michelle Stoller's here. From Riverside, say hello to Mike Gisondo. And from Sandy Valley, Brian Schwall is here. Thank you so much for being here. All righty. Time now to mix it up. I ask each team 6 questions. A correct response here is worth 20 points. There's no penalty for a wrong answer. Any team answering all 6 questions correctly will receive 25 bonus points. Norway, you're up first. All set? Here we go. Choose one name from each column here. You will identify what American patriot who was the first to sign the Declaration of Independence.
John Hancock.
That is correct. If you found a dinosaur bone in your backyard, you would most appropriately take it to which of these experts?
Paleontologist.
That is correct. To quote ecologist Rachel Carson, add what word that names a body of water such as the Baltic or the Adriatic?
Sea.
That is correct. On this date, a transcontinental aircraft record was set by what Marine Corps pilot who would later be the first U.S. astronaut to orbit the Earth?
Buzz Aldrin.
John Glenn. John Glenn. When you look at a list of the 13 original colonies, which of these does not appear?
Maine.
That is correct. This quote comes from what man who did what seemed to be the impossible by becoming the first black president in South Africa after serving 27 years in prison?
Nelson Mandela.
That is correct. Nice round, Norway. Okay. Riverside, your turn. Ready to roll? Here we go. Take one word from each column here. You can name what treasure sought by the mythical Jason.
Golden Fleece.
That is correct. If you belong to a group whose members were all alike, you could best describe that group by using which of these words?
Homogeneous.
That is correct. To complete this observation from Alexander Dumas, add what quality left in Pandora's box after all the evils had escaped?
Hope.
That is correct. This was the day that President Eisenhower called out the 101st Airborne to enforce school desegregation in what Arkansas capital city? Answer is Little Rock. Little Rock. Of these 3 articles of clothing, which one is most likely to be worn in New Delhi, India?
Sorry.
That is correct. This bit of candor is from what modern Spanish artist known for his blue and cubist periods?
Picasso.
That is correct. Nice round, Riverside. Okay. Sandy Valley, it comes down to you. Ready to roll? Here we go. Take one word from each column here. You will name what group of 7 stars, part of the Ursa Major constellation?
Big Dipper.
That is correct. Which of these phrases would best describe a speech you gave extemporaneously?
Without preparation.
That is correct. To complete this observation from General Sherman, add what concept that is called the 4th dimension?
Love.
Time. Queen Elizabeth I ordered a celebration on this date when she learned of the defeat of what force sent against England by Spain's King Philip?
The Spanish Armada.
That is correct. Which of these 3 technical developments was not available in 1945 at the end of World War II?
Microchips.
That is correct. This statement comes from what 2016 Democratic Party presidential candidate, a former First Lady?
Hillary Clinton.
That is correct, and that is a heck of a round. That's the end of that round. Hang on. We'll be back with our final and deciding grab bag round. It's all coming up after this. This is a free-for-all. I ask as many questions as time allows. A correct answer here is worth 30 points, but you will lose 30 points for a wrong answer or no answer. Again, this is for all 3 teams. Hands on the buzzer, eyes on the monitor when we need it. Set? Here we go. England's Parliament meets in London, but in what capital city does the Canadian Parliament meet? Riverside.
Quebec.
Ottawa. According to one survey, the book most often found on high school reading lists is what Hawthorne novel about Hester Prynne? Answer is The Scarlet Letter. An instrument capable of measuring the salinity of the Earth's oceans from space was named for what zodiac figure known as the water bearer? Answer is Aquarius. Choice: poison ivy is a menace because it contains which of these? Urushiol, formic acid, or oil of vitriol? Sandy Valley.
Oil of vitriol?
Urushiol. Sorry about that. What man who represented the NAACP in the 1954 Brown versus Board of Education lawsuit went on to become the first African American on the Supreme Court? Answer? Norwayne.
Clarence Thomas.
Thurgood Marshall is the answer. What is the value of x if 30% of x equals 180? Answer is 600. A lunar crater and a minor planet discovered in 1980 are named for what Persian poet, the author of the Rubaiyat? That's it. Don't answer. We go right to the scores from there. Our final buzzer has sounded. In third place with 270 points this morning, it's Riverside. In second place with 290 points, it's Sandy Valley. And the winner of today's academic challenge with 410 points, it's Norwayne. Be sure to join us next time. We will be featuring teams from Cardinal, Indian Valley, and Sandusky. Thanks for watching this one. I'm Rob Powers. Study hard. We'll see you right back here next week.